Previously on The Cheetah Whisperer. It's been so long since I posted the video, I don't remember what was previous. So here's my very first encounter with Gabriel the Cheetah when he was 8 months old.
Come see me. Come see me. Grab my chew on my pants.
That's what a cheetah sounds like when its tail stepped on. Years later, I legally owned Gabriel. But this video will be about Gabriel's medical checkup that happens every 2 to 3 years. He's 5 years old in this video and under sedation. I thought it would be interesting and educational to follow along in the process.
So, carrying Gabriel to the truck, take him to the vet.
I hid my feelings well, but I was worried and nervous. It's because any form of sedation comes with a certain level of risks. And my love and concern for Gabriel is something I can't hide. We've been friends since the beginning.
Right, buddy? Oh, that hurts. It's really tough love he gives you.
Shock.
Sorry, Gabriel.
I would have darted Gabriel myself, but I was afraid he'd hate me for it. Fushan the tiger holds a lifelong grudge against me. It's because he touched the electric fence while I was petting him one day. So I didn't want Gabriel to see me when he was darted. So I hid behind the fence. But Gabriel saw me and started purring.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
The dart's needle is still under his skin. He didn't seem to hold a grudge from the painful encounter. That was a relief to me. Gabriel pulls the dart out.
So the injection's already in, right? If he pulls it out, it won't matter?
No.
The medication is squirted into the muscle seconds after the dart enters the body. The drugs used for anesthesia in this case are a combination of ketamine and Domitor.
I'm sorry. I know it hurts.
Gabriel rolls around when he's happy to see somebody.
No.
Ketamine is the anesthesia that puts him to sleep, and Domitor is a relaxing sedative. The drugs take effect within about 5 to 10 minutes when injected in this manner. Depending on the dosage, that gives you anywhere between a half hour to an hour to work. But even when an antidote is delivered, it can take hours before fully recovering.
Relaxing now.
And you might ask like I did, well, why do you have to dart him? Why can't you give him his sedatives in his food? The reason for that is timing.
So Gabriel's starting to relax now. It's been about 5 minutes from the anesthesia. So once he's fully asleep, then we'll pull the truck around, gurney him into the truck, haul him to the vet clinic that's just down the street. And then we have 1 hour to do his examinations and give him an antidote.
Ingested sedatives take hours to take effect, and it's not accurate. Even for us humans, anesthesia is administered to us via gas mask or intravenously. It's never fed.
Looks like he's still breathing.
He is breathing. Yeah, we got it under the door. He is breathing.
That would be a real problem.
Yeah, he's dreaming.
Oh, it sounded like you said breathing.
Yeah, breathing and
He's
dreaming.
actually looked bigger than 43 kilos now, doesn't he? I think he's close.
Well, they may have been feeding a little more, maybe.
So we just test their eye reflexes and their toe reflexes. So he's fairly...
Yeah, because he does not like his paws being touched.
No, it's actually, this is the normal anesthetic reflex that we use.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
I couldn't hide my anxiety, but Gabriel was in good hands with Dr. Sandra Bertrams. The following are the basic procedures performed in a cheetah checkup.
And what is the salve you're putting in? What is it?
Lubricant.
Okay.
Just to put some lubricant in his eyes so they don't dry out.
The anesthesia inhibits motor function, to include the blink reflex and the reason for the salve in his eyes.
It's a special lubricant. It's just an eye lubricant, yeah.
Thermometers that record temperature from under the tongue or the anus are the most accurate. Surprisingly, there are many captive cheetahs that allow this procedure without anesthesia or training, but not Gabriel. Any animal can be trained to allow this procedure, but it's best to start when they're young.
36.8.
Several X-ray photographs are taken of Gabriel to look for any problems and to keep for his permanent record. Yup, I knew it. Gabriel's a cat, inside and out.
Everything, brain, nice.
There we go.
I'm glad Gabriel's got a mind of his own.
This is the brain area.
Right.
These are the frontal sinuses, the nasal passages, the ear, and these are the trachea
Right.
and the neck bones.
It's fine. Here's my buddy Gabriel with his exam. I don't worry about him so much.
I'm gonna put my
Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, buddy. You're gonna do a blood withdrawal now.
alcohol swabs, guys.
The veins really pop out, don't they? And my veins are.
Yeah.
It's hard to see my veins. Too much fat around my arm.
Oh, it's good. Now I got it. There we are. Perfect. You have beautiful veins.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Nah, it takes a lot to gross me out. I don't think I'm desensitized by traumatic events. I'm just more aware of what's going on, and I can thank my life science background for that. Time for a bit of touchy-feely to check on his internal organs. While the assistant pulls and cuts out the sticker burrs I couldn't get out during Gabriel's groom sessions with me.
Just that one, I think I can get it. I'm good at this.
You are.
We had a,
That's right.
we had a cat.
What the? That's some serious hairball skills.
I am a cat. There you go.
I probably drove them nuts. I'm like an overprotective dad. I didn't want Gabriel's limbs hanging off the table and causing joint strain or pressure point damage. So I slid him back on the table.
Can you maybe put that towel just over his eyes?
Yeah, for the
I'll hold it for you.
let's cover his eyes so he doesn't get blinded by the light. Yeah, he can still breathe.
Next, the doc checked all 4 cheetah tires. These are all seasoned paws. A cheetah's claws always stick out and referred to as semi-retractable. The primary purpose of the semi-retractable claws is to help cheetahs grip the earth better so they can run, accelerate, and turn better.
This big dew claw.
A cheetah's dew claw doesn't touch the ground while they're running, and why it's so sharp. Its primary purpose is to grip prey.
If you let go, there's no.
Yeah.
A cheetah's paw pads are like a radial tire and very hard and puncture resistant.
Sometimes they get cracks and.
Right, for the dry or whatever.
Yeah.
They have to be for the high-speed abrasive chases cheetahs do on the savannah. Here's more of what's inside a
So
cheetah.
that's his heart, his lungs.
That was previous.
No, this is this one.
Oh, current one.
It's more his spine that I'm concerned about. Yeah. It's not the hump, it's this is the abnormal bit behind the hump.
Oh, see, it's like it's the
Yeah.
Where it collapsed.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it caused that.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to bother. I watched him. He rolls over on
No.
concrete and it's in.
He's had it since birth.
Yeah.
Dr. Bertram is referring to the obvious hump on Gabriel's back. It's a spinal abnormality, but it doesn't seem to affect Gabriel at all. She's convinced it's congenital and simply a birth defect.
You can see these are
Here's a
normal.
better view of Gabriel's
Yeah,
spinal
that won't be normal, but
abnormality.
you can see this is where the dip is. So when you feel here, you're feeling this is the bump, but then it really dips in here. So you
Oh, I
feel the
see.
dip,
Yeah, dips. Yeah, I feel that.
So that's what you're looking at on the
Okay.
X-ray, and you can see this. This is all fused, and you can see how these have spines. These two are fused together, so you've got a big
Even the
spine.
spine is fused. Wow,
Yeah.
that's unusual.
So these are the kidneys.
Okay.
This is all his bowel.
Right.
His stomach's got a bit of gas. Yeah, all his intestines, his stomach.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a big stomach to hold a lot of food, huh?
So that's where all that game meat I buy Gabriel goes.
Where is the spot on a cheetah?
Yep, all animals, we put their elbow back, and it's usually where the point of the elbow is usually where the centre of the heart is.
37.2.
That's good. What I like to cook if we can just put him on his back.
Well, not the greatest rap rhythm I ever heard, but at least it's natural.
It's a very slow heart rate, huh?
It is with the anesthetic. Oops.
Yeah, here it's very,
It should be.
very shallow.
Cheetah is around about 100, 120, but when they're under anesthetic, it can go to half that, sometimes 60 to 80, and that's not uncommon. He's a fine.
The examination was quite thorough, and I was impressed.
Oh, yeah. Kind of cracks, so yeah, I feel
So
like
this
cracking.
is the patella ligament, that's the patella.
Okay.
So sometimes the knee caps are very loose, but his are quite. They should move when the leg's extended, but not when it's bent.
Nothing like a bit of cheetah yoga to loosen up the limbs.
It's nice and muscular, isn't it?
Yes, he's very muscly actually.
So you lift.
Yeah.
Just lift him down.
Straight this way?
Straighten him up, his body. So his hips are pretty good actually. If I do a hips like that.
Yeah, but X-ray are very, very dangerous for.
What do you look for here, like joint separation, that kind of thing?
Just making sure the top of the leg bone is sitting nicely in the hips.
Do you see that tiny, long grain of rice? That's Gabriel's embedded microchip. It looks like it's embedded in his bone, but it's just under the skin.
I got his shoulders.
Yeah, Sandra's got it better than me.
Just pop him down.
Gently down, we can move him in a minute. Onto the mat.
The x-rays were over, so we moved Gabriel to another examination room. Mind the gap?
Yeah, thank you.
Got it. We're doing good.
So just have a look at the back of the throat area, which looks all good. There we go. Tonsils and stuff, you can see.
Oh, we got a picture of his tongue here, too.
Yeah.
Look at those raspy spines, hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah,
That's what
good.
cuts me all the time.
You can put that down, yeah, so you can see there.
Yeah, they're relaxed. Yeah, look at that. Cheetah tongue. All the spines. Wow.
Yeah.
You can see the cuts in there. I'm not concerned about his teeth.
Okay.
They look pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his gum lines are good, his teeth are fine.
Yeah, they look really clean.
Yeah. So I'm just going to check, see if he's got any poo, otherwise we'll have to collect it in another way.
A fecal sample is required next.
Right, because it gets
Hopefully.
contaminated.
But he hasn't actually got any, unfortunately, so we might just have to collect a sample
Okay.
next time you clean
Is it
up
okay?
his
'Cause
yard.
it's okay if it's in a tree or something just laying. Yes, that's where it is. So.
To each his own. Yes, Gabriel poos in a tree.
So there's some poo right there. He just sniffed. I didn't see that one. You may often ask yourself, "Oh, do cheetahs climb trees?" Oh, you know, scent mark. Yeah, sure they do. Yeah, that's his tree. He just put his name on it. His genetic name, pheromonic name. Okay.
I get to go hunting for poo.
Take that.
All right.
Some dignity. Stretch you back out and cover everything up.
And some gloves.
We don't need to see it.
Yeah, he's naked. There you go, Gabriel.
I just know Gabriel's gonna wake up from this thinking he was abducted by aliens. All the probing, prodding, pinching, picking, and drugging.
Ears on this side.
Do they get fungus? A lot of my dogs always get fungus in their ears sometimes.
Very rare in cheetahs. We don't see many ear problems apart from ear mites.
Ear mites, yeah. So we're almost done with Gabriel's examination. Oh, I see there's the blood where you got the shot there.
We find Gabriel's dart wound and clean it up.
Yeah.
We can maybe just have a swabby to just wipe where the blood is on his bum.
It is standing more, not square.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a very small wound. It's already closed up.
Time for a little cheetah cure. A cheetah's claws continually grow. In the wild, their claws naturally wear down from their hunting activities. In a captive situation, a cheetah's claws can become too long, thus the need to occasionally trim them.
Not the whole claw, just to flatten them a little bit, so they might, so they don't get caught. Just the tips. Not like a, but not the dew claws.
There's no...
Just the little tips.
Oopsies. I shot that one. I tried.
But this one's quite...
Yeah, this one's
I just
nice.
worry if they get a bit long, they might just get caught. The back ones are fine.
Get me.
They're flat, quite flat.
They're
flat.
dull because he uses that to jump and...
Maybe that one a little bit, but the rest are pretty good. The rest are good.
And lastly, a vitamin shot before the anesthesia antidote to wake him up. So you inject this as well into
See, vitamin, amino acid, and minerals.
So lots of muscles, so we just put it into this back muscle. And we just... There we go.
And that'll probably be sore for a while. I've had shots like that before, like vaccines. It kind of spreads the muscle out and it's kind of hurts.
This one's pretty good, because we even give it to, like, you know, the little cheetah cubs and things like that. They don't seem to mind and they're awake, yeah. The main one that hurts is actually the ketamine and the anesthetic.
With the examination over, it was time to return Gabriel to his enclosure.
Your face now.
Return home, but helpless. The ketamine produces a dreamlike state. In certain dosages, it can cause hallucinations too.
5 to 20 minutes, yeah.
Dr. Bertram administers the antidote, and I try awaking Gabriel from his dreams. The staff warned me that awaking animals from anesthesia can become violent. For that reason, it's best to remain outside the enclosure once given the antidote. But that's not me. I wanted Gabriel to hear, see, and smell his best friend at the first moment of consciousness. If it was a wild cheetah, one I didn't know or weren't friends with, then certainly I'd be behind the fence too.
Time to wake up, buddy. I'm here. Right here.
I also didn't want Gabriel hurting himself and willing to take the risks.
Face, yeah, he's starting to wake up now.
Gabriel's reputation precedes him, but that was all in the past. Still, everyone runs for cover with signs of Gabriel waking up. Remember, I take calculated risks. I'm highly observant and cautious. I've seen many a pet come out of sedation and felt this would be no different. Next time on The Cheetah Whisperer, I eagerly await Gabriel's return to the living. If you like this video, please share it and give me a thumbs up. And consider joining my channel.
Join my coalition.